Hello and welcome to this episode of the Print on Demand Playbook Podcast. Today is a very special episode because we're going to be taking you behind the curtain of our six-figure founder coaching program. We're going to be lifting the lid, showing you everything inside because Six-Figure Founder is currently open for enrollment for the next few days after this podcast episode releases. So we're super excited for you to hear all about this amazing program. Before we get into that, I want to ask you to subscribe to the podcast. If you're enjoying it, we would love for you to be a subscriber and also let us know what you think about it. It's the only way that we can grow the podcast. So we want to invite you to subscribe if you love this podcast. So buckle up for an amazing episode. And before we dive in, here's a quick word from our sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by Gelato, the world's largest print-on-demand network. Gelato enables individuals ranging from e-commerce entrepreneurs to artists and creatives to establish their own global business. What makes Gelato truly unique is their focus on local production. The item being delivered is produced in the country that the order is placed almost 90% of the time, leading to numerous benefits for you, including lower costs, faster delivery times, and reduced carbon emissions. The focus on technology to bring together over 130 production facilities across 32 countries truly sets them apart. Not only that, they currently have the highest customer satisfaction score in the POD industry on Trustpilot. To check them out for yourself, go to sixfigurefounder.com/gelato and use the discount code POD Playbook, all caps, to get 60% off your first order when placed within 72 hours. That's the number sixfigurefounder.com/GELATO. You can also find the link and discount code in the podcast show notes or in the video description on YouTube. What is up, everybody? Adrian here with Carrie, and we are super fired up because we have so much going on right now. It is Q4, all the Q4 vibes, the fourth quarter, i.e. the biggest shopping season of the year, and we have just a ton of stuff to share with you in this episode. But first of all, Carrie, what is going on, my friend?
What's going on, man? I hope you're doing well. Been a little while since we've been on, and lots of stuff has happened. But man, I'm glad to be here with you, and I'm glad that I'm super pumped because our six-figure founder coaching program is officially open for enrollment. At the time that you're hearing this, we opened this up about 48 hours before this podcast episode comes out, and it's open right now. We've been welcoming people into the family, and we're excited to share more in this episode about Six-Figure Founder with you. And I just want to say the last thing is because people are constantly hitting us up, asking us, how can I join Six-Figure Founder? And the truth is it's closed for most of the year. We only open it up for a few short periods of time, and it is open right now. In fact, Adrian, I had a lady contact me this morning in my personal Facebook Messenger asking me, how do I get into Six-Figure Founder? And so it's constantly happening. And I'm just so pumped to break it down. And finally, I would say this is the first time we're letting our podcast listeners in and letting them know all about this amazing program that we've been a part of for the last 6+ months.
Yeah, we've never actually done a deep dive. And one of the questions that we get the most is, what the heck is Six-Figure Founder?
Yes.
So that is going to be a big part of this episode. Like Carrie said, we get so many questions about it. We usually just tell people it's an advanced coaching program, but it is actually so much more than that. And this is going to be so much fun. One, we're going to share our success formula with you guys that we teach all of our students. And then we're going to jump in and talk all things Six-Figure Founder because it's open for enrollment right now. Carrie, this year, it's the entire enrollment period is only 18 days, I believe. This is the third and final time of the year, and we only open it up, I believe, for 6 days at a time. So that's 18 days of this entire year we've actually had open for people to join, and we're so excited to welcome the new members that we have welcomed in and the new members that are to come. So we're going to jump in. This episode is going to be so much fun. We've got a lot to cover. So let's just jump right in. I really do want to start with a review because we had a couple 5-star reviews come in, and you guys are so awesome. We always love to shout you out. And thank you so much for everyone that took the time to write us these reviews and provide us your feedback. We're really grateful for you guys. So, real quick, I'm going to fire off one of our reviews. This is a 5-star review from Lisa Lynn 4000. And this one's
What's
actually a little
up?
bit different. Yeah, this one's a little bit different. So she says, fantastic podcast. This is a great podcast, amazing content. I am currently an Amazon seller. As such, I am a newbie to the print on demand world. This podcast is absolutely fantastic. Lots of nuggets that can be applied across multiple platforms. I will
Let's
soon be
go.
joining the print on demand world. Let's go.
Love
That
it.
is so awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa Lynn 4000. You're awesome. And congratulations for taking action and just jumping right in. That is what we recommend. Messy, imperfect action. And she makes a really good point. Like, Carrie, we always reference print on demand, and really our main skill set, our bread and butter is Shopify plus print on demand plus social media. That is really where we are the well, that's where our success came from. That's the main strategy we teach. We are not Etsy experts. We are not Amazon experts. We are not Redbubble experts. However, a lot of these same strategies can be used on these other platforms, and it's encouraged that they are.
Absolutely.
Etsy, you're going to have a huge benefit if you're an Etsy seller and you have a social media presence. You're at a huge advantage because a lot of Etsy sellers, they're just relying on SEO within Etsy or running ads within Etsy, which can be extremely competitive. And so by having an exterior presence and driving traffic, even if it's just to your Etsy store, that's going to help you out a lot. Not only
Absolutely.
that, we truly believe that anyone having success on Etsy can have a ton of success on Shopify, and you're leaving a ton of money on the table because with the power of Shopify plus paid ads, man, you can see income spikes throughout the entire year if you have winning designs. And so we encourage anyone using Etsy, diversify platforms,
Yeah.
keep using Etsy, keep crushing on Etsy, but come over to Shopify because it is a totally different platform. It is a totally different opportunity. Etsy's a marketplace. Shopify is a platform, an owned platform where you
Mhm.
actually own and control all your customer data. And there are a lot of benefits. So we do preach people to, as a scaling tactic, our Shopify students, we do recommend that they eventually scale out to Etsy as a
Yeah.
secondary sales channel. But we always recommend having that owned platform for security and just to make sure that you have an owned platform where you own all of the customer data. So that was a long-winded rant. But Carrie, is there anything else you want to say before we just hop right in?
Yeah, I would just say that so first of all, if you are somebody who has a apparel print on demand brand or even just an e-commerce brand and you want to get that to six figures, this is like this episode is for you. We created this program for you to help you scale up to a six figure plus brand in under 12 months. That's what Six Figure Founder is. And I would also tell you this, if you're somebody who is skeptical about this, like I would encourage you to listen. If you're somebody who, is just getting started, this might be good for you to listen and know kind of what's later on down the road. But I think under the surface, we want to let you know that we're passionate about helping people grow their businesses so that they can have more time freedom, so they can have more financial freedom. That's like what we're passionate about. I know for myself, just to get a bit personal, very briefly, and we're going to take you behind the curtain. We're going to peel back the curtain on the program. But just to get a little personal myself, I'm so humbled and thankful. Like I have such an amazing life where I get to be at all my kids' functions. I get to spend time with my kids. I get to travel as much as I'd like to travel. I know if people don't know, Adrian's a flipping digital nomad, so his business enables him to just constantly be traveling. You've lived in
Yeah.
4 places in the last 6 months. Is that correct?
Three places. I've traveled. I went to the Philippines this year. I lived in Scottsdale. I lived in Vancouver for the summertime to be closer to friends and family. And right now I'm living with my wife in beautiful San Diego.
That's
And then
amazing.
I'm moving back to Scottsdale next week. No,
Yeah,
yeah, this
crazy.
week actually. Crazy. But yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. I feel personally so grateful that I have this freedom and flexibility that I didn't have for so many years.
Mhm.
I was by all means a corporate slave, tied down to my location, had to ask for my 2 to 3 weeks of vacation a year, had to work some really, miss some important family functions because I had to work holidays. I still remember one Christmas Eve, I was working on I was working while my family was having Christmas Eve around me. And I regret that. I really regret it. And now that'll never happen again. I have unlocked the freedom and flexibility for that never to happen again. I call it lifestyle design, which was quoted by Tim Ferriss. So I have designed the stream lifestyle, and it's available to everybody. If you want to unlock more freedom and flexibility in your life, you can absolutely do this. If you take action, you stay consistent, you have a plan, you can absolutely do this too. I always say I'm nothing special. I'm just a really regular dude who was sick of being a corporate slave, stuck in the rat race, and I wanted to create more freedom and flexibility in my life. So sorry for jumping in there, Carrie. I'm also really passionate about that. So go
Well,
ahead.
yeah. I was going to mention that like the reason we are living these amazing lives is because of print on demand, because of, our e-commerce brands. And
Hmm.
I want to be totally transparent and honest with everybody. Yes, we have other businesses and we make money in different ways, but the
Hmm.
reason we are here today is because we took a step out. We both invested into ourselves to
Hmm.
learn what we needed to learn, to find a community that could help us, would support what we're doing, that we could bounce things off of people. We hired coaches to be able to lean on those coaches for strategy and mindset and those kind of things. And that's what enabled us to get here today, 6, 7+ years later into this
Yep.
journey. And so we want to help others that are in those earlier stages on that journey. And
Hmm.
specifically, I just want to be super clear. Six Figure Founder it's an advanced coaching program for people who already have their e-commerce business launched and you're ready to scale to six figures and beyond. Now, if you're somebody
Hmm.
listening, you're at six figures and you're like, is this for me? Absolutely. Like we can help you scale that up to
Hmm.
that seven-figure mark. So
Hmm.
absolutely. But just want to be clear, Six Figure Founder is an advanced coaching program. Like you must have a business to join. That's kind of the big qualification there.
Yeah. Carrie and I, we've said it before, we each have our own beginner coaching programs. And for a lot of people, that's a better fit. If you're just starting out, if you don't have a Shopify store, if you're struggling with your niche, that's probably a better fit for you. So, Carrie has Shirt School. I have T shirt Legends Academy. We believe they're amazing programs for helping
Yeah.
beginners, and our students have gotten a lot of results from those programs. It's awesome if you're at that point. But if you want to go to the next level and you want more support and more training and more accountability, Six Figure Founder is probably for you.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so we're gonna get into talk about that a lot. Oh, Carrie, you opened up a can of worms when you talked about that freedom and flexibility, man. In case people can't tell, this is something we're extremely passionate about. We were unable to lock that in our lives and see that transformation take place. And we are extremely passionate about helping others do the same. And that is the whole purpose of our beginner coaching programs, our advanced coaching program. We want others to experience this life. There is always room for amazing businesses. And all of you guys deserve this. If you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to stay consistent and you're willing to invest in yourself, you deserve this. You deserve the life that you dream of. It saddens me so much when people just kind of give up or they get discouraged and they just kind of get crippled and don't take any action, and they're just stuck in this perpetual cycle of unhappiness and unfulfillment and not feeling like they're living their life's purpose or they're living their personal legend, which is a reference to one of my favorite books, The Alchemist. And we've been there. We've both been there. We know the feeling well. And we were like, enough is enough. We are going to take full control of our life. We are going to make no excuses. We are going to take full accountability and we are going to do everything, come hell or high water, to create the dream life for ourselves
Yeah.
so that we can be present with our family and we can feel very fulfilled and passionate about what we do.
I want to say one more thing, and I definitely want to jump into the program, what's in the program, how it works, some of our students, all that kind of stuff. But I want to say one more thing. I want
Mhm.
to just Adrian, can I just crush a belief that I hear so often, really quickly, or a
I would
question that I
love
get?
that.
We I don't know if you've ever heard this as a coach, somebody who helps others. Uh, well, if your brands are so successful, like why aren't you just doing that? Why do you need a course or a coaching program?
Mhm.
Why do you have a course or a coaching program? Let me just say this. There's a quote from Jackie Robinson, and I actually shared it earlier this week in the Grow Your Brand workshop. So a quote from Jackie Robinson that says, "A life is not a life except in the impact you have on others. A life
Ooh.
is not a life except in the impact it has on others." And I just want like everybody out there to know that I find my fulfillment in my life. And if you want fulfillment, like I find my fulfillment in my life in three areas. Number one is my faith. Number two is my family. And number three is the impact I have on others. That is
Mm.
literally all the fulfillment I have in my life is right there. Like my faith, my church, and my family, being able to provide for my family this amazing life, my wife, my kids. I do everything for them, obviously, and then the impact I'm able to have on others. And Six Figure
Mhm.
Founder and Shirt School have enabled me to have a huge impact on others, I believe. And it gives me so much fulfillment to see others succeed. And I just let
Mhm.
everybody know out there, like, I don't know that you'll ever find anything that'll give you more fulfillment than actually seeing somebody succeed because of a gift that you gave them. And so
Yeah.
and I don't want to take credit for anybody's success. I'm not doing that, but it is just amazing to get to do what we do, and that's why we created Six Figure Founder. A life
Mhm.
is not a life except in the impact it has on others. So like, yeah, we just
Man,
want to help.
I love that. That quote really hits home. Like, in case people can't tell by our enthusiasm. We really, really love helping others do the same. And yeah, of course, that's a question that I get all the time too. And a couple things come to mind. First of all, people want to learn from people who've had success before. They do. I wanted to learn from people who had
Mhm.
success before. There's a really good quote that says, "Don't take advice from people who haven't been where you want to go." And when I started out, I was seeking out someone who had been successful to teach me their ways. I was like, tell me what to do and I will freaking do it. That is
Mhm.
like how coachable I am. And now I feel so blessed to be able to return the favor. And you know what? If anyone here, anyone listening, when you get like way up in the six figures and the seven figures and you start seeing a lot of success, you should seriously consider coaching. You should
Sure.
seriously consider being a coach if that fulfills you, because what's going to happen is the more success you have, the more people are going to ask you to teach them. It just comes naturally.
That
If
works.
it comes up in conversation with friends and family, they're going to be like, whoa, 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 wait, how much have you made in sales? I don't usually like to share my sales number with friends and family. It's a little bit uncomfortable conversation to have. But the thing is, when people see you having success, they want to learn from you. When I see people having success, I want to learn from them. And so I do encourage people, like that should be a step up. Like, go have a ton of success. You're going to have a ton of people asking you for your time to coach you, to teach you, and you should seriously consider doing that as well.
Yeah,
Because I can only speak for myself, and Carrie can speak for himself, but it is extremely fulfilling helping people. This
absolutely.
is, Carrie said it really well. Like, helping others is honestly probably one of the most fulfilling things you can ever do in your entire life. And we're
Yep.
very blessed.
Yep.
So, with that, why don't we start by sharing the success formula? And then we'll start talking about the what, who, why of Six Figure Founder. So,
Let's go.
I'm going to kind of break down the success formula. Really, it's only four steps. So, what we've learned over time from our own experience and the experiences of others is that there are essentially four foundational building blocks that other successful businesses and our own in this space have used to accelerate this success. And if you are missing any of these elements, your business growth could be significantly stunted. So let me just lay out those four steps of the success formula, those four foundational building blocks, and then we're just going to do a little breakdown of each and expand on them a little bit. So The first building block is having a proven, tried, and tested roadmap. The second building block is mentorship by experts who have created successful apparel and print on demand businesses. The third is having a community of ambitious entrepreneurs to lean on. And then the fourth is training, tools, and templates to support you along your journey. So not only is this going to create a rock solid foundation for you to build upon, but it is going to save you, and Gary and I can speak from personal experience, it's going to save you a ton of time and money while significantly increasing sales and business success. Time and money because you don't have to go looking all over YouTube and Google, sifting through all the noise to find what actually works. And it's going to save you money from making very costly mistakes. We have an amazing six-figure founder. She's so awesome. She's going to know who she is because I know she listens to a podcast, but before she had kind of figured out her niche and her brand, she invested thousands of dollars in a Facebook ads agency to run ads. And I'm pretty sure she said they didn't make a single dime for her. I don't even know if
Goodness.
they ever like made even one single sale. And it broke our heart because we would have told her never do that. Like you need to get some things in place before you level up your marketing. You need to be rock solid on your niche. Your website needs to look good. It needs to be conversion optimized. It needs to look professional. And you have to have designs that evoke emotion and reliability. When you have those things kind of on lockdown, then you focus on marketing. Your biggest focus after having niche and website should be new designs and marketing. But unfortunately, she just didn't know. And it's not her fault, but these are the mistakes we make. And I made a lot of costly mistakes when I first started out. So, what we've noticed is that, we've met a lot of 6 and 7 figure apparel brand owners over the years. And the truth is, we haven't met a single one, including ourselves, that did not invest in training and coaching to learn from someone better than us. Because, guys, this industry is always changing. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. And that's why I'm always investing in ongoing training and coaching to be the best I can be, to serve at the best level. And Carrie, you're the same way. You were at a coaching conference last week, learning to be better at what you do. Like, we are constantly investing in ourselves. We eat our own dog food. Like, we're speaking from our own experience and the experience of a lot of others that we've met. So why don't we just kind of go through each of these steps and break down? But Carrie, I want to give you a chance to jump in here if you wanted to say anything.
Yeah, I mean, I literally cannot put a value on the impact that coaching courses, masterminds, books have had on my business journey,
Yeah.
from starting my first t-shirt business to, starting shirt school to six-figure founder. I mean, I've added it up many times, and I've literally spent multi six figures in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the last 4 years, I've spent multiple six figures on coaching courses, books, masterminds. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's hiring a specific coach, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
joining a mastermind group. Most mastermind groups are between $25,000 and $50,000 a year. And I've been a part of multiple of those in the last few years. Courses that I've spent between 1 and 3 grand on, just over
Mm-hmm.
so many of them, too many to count. And then just books. I mean, tons of books. Um, it's hard to put a price on it, but it's crazy to see what that has produced. Over the last 4 years, it's been multiple X, like
Right.
multiples of what I've spent on the coaching. I've made so much more, and it's made huge impact because of the financial aspect of that. Because of what I've been able to bring in, it's made huge impact in my life, and it's helped me have more impact on others, right? Like, having more
Mm-hmm.
resources helps me impact more people. And that's the same for you here. And so, like you said, that success formula, number one, you got to have a clear path to your goal. You got to
Mm-hmm.
know where do you want to go? How long do you want to get there? Right? Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, like, has this whole, chapter about writing down where you're going to be in the time frame that you want to be there, writing it down every single morning, reciting it out loud, making yourself believe it, right? And that will help you achieve it. And there's the whole thing to that. But having a proven, tried, and tested roadmap that can help you get to that goal in a certain amount of time. Number two,
Mhm.
mentorship by experts. Having an expert who has already been where you want to go, that you can ask questions, that you can learn their formula, you can learn, how they've done it, you can ask questions, all this kind of stuff. Number three, a community of ambitious entrepreneurs to lean on. Like
Mhm.
having a community around you, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, like the connections you're going to make, people, being able to mastermind with people that are at a similar stage or slightly ahead of you, or
Mhm.
being able to mentor people that might be a little bit behind you. It's so
Mhm.
incredibly valuable when you're in a community and let's just say you're struggling with Facebook ads, but you've got
Mhm.
10 other people at your side who are also using Facebook ads. Some of them might be struggling, some of them might be having more success, but you can go
Mhm.
to them and say, I'm struggling with this area. And somebody's going to be able to say, I dealt with that yesterday. I dealt with that last week. Here's how to overcome it. Here's how to make it better. Right. So having a community, online entrepreneurship can be a lonely job, you know?
It's very lonely, man. It's
Like,
very lonely, and I'm
yeah,
sure a lot of our listeners right now are like, "Amen."
yes.
This is lonely being a lone soldier in this world, in this print on demand world, but that's what we're here for.
They
So,
they call
carry
it
on.
they call it the laptop lifestyle, and it's like
Mhm.
the hard truth of that is it's you and a laptop. You know what I mean? And that can be very, very lonely. And
Mhm.
to be fully transparent, like I have a great team, but everybody's remote. So I have this really cool office here in Tulsa, and it's just me. I come to my office every day, and I'm just alone all day. Like, you know what I mean? And that can get very lonely. It can get discouraging. You're alone with
Mhm.
your thoughts. And it's like when you have a community on your side, you can always tap into that community. You can always find
Mhm.
encouragement. You can always connect with others. You can share your struggles. And that's why I love the Six Figure Founder community. It's so powerful. We have
Mhm.
such an amazing group of entrepreneurs in there that you can lean on and find support. And number four in the success formula, training tools and templates. Again, that's just the hard, like, how do I do this? How do I
Mhm.
set up an email sequence? Here is the
Mhm.
steps. How do I run a Facebook ad? Here is the steps. How do I create organic content? Here is the step-by-step how to, right? It's
Right.
all there inside Six Figure Founder.
Yeah, and there's a quote that kind of matches with a lot of these, especially the first two, having a proven, tried and tested roadmap, a step by step roadmap, and then mentorship by experts who have created successful apparel and print-on-demand businesses. There's a Tony Robbins quote that I share a lot, and it says, "If you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results." That is what I did.
Me
I
too.
did not create a roadmap. I hired a coach. I paid a ton of money for a coaching program where he provided me a proven, tried and tested roadmap that he used to get to six and probably seven figures. I used that roadmap and I got to six figures in 8 months because I followed the roadmap. I did not, I
It
don't
shortens
claim to
that.
be the creator of that. What's that?
It just shortens the time to success,
Oh,
right? It's like
absolutely.
we're not sitting here telling you that you can't get a six-figure business in the next 5 to 10 years
Mhm.
without this kind of stuff, but
Yeah,
would you rather get there in 5 years or 1 year?
right,
Right? Would you rather get there in 10 years or 1 year?
right.
Like what we're talking about here shortens that path to your success, to your goals.
Yeah.
And we literally have designed Six Figure Founder to help you have a six-figure apparel brand in less than 12 months. Like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but I absolutely love that quote, and I think that is so spot on. When I heard that quote, I was like, "Yes, yes, yes." And I know Bob Proctor, another mentor who I really, really love, he has a really similar quote. He says, "Go find someone who's successfully doing what you want to do or has had success doing what you want to do and learn from them." And that is the quickest path to success.
mhm,
And there's an opportunity cost. Like if you're going to stretch this out for years, you are significantly more likely to give up,
absolutely.
significantly.
That's a good
Because
point.
if someone told me, oh, you could get to six figures in 5 years, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably gonna be a hard pass for me because like 5 years to get to six figures? No way. So, I was able to follow this roadmap and it worked for me and it's paid itself off over like multiple times over. Like you said, Carrie, multiple times over. And even other little things I've done. Like I invested in this weekend intensive in Austin, Texas with one of my mentors. I think it was like 4,000 or 3,000 or $4,000 for like 3 days in Austin. And we just went there. It was a mastermind with a bunch of other e-commerce business owners. And it was very focused around email marketing. And I felt like it really leveled up my email marketing knowledge. And I'm so glad that I invested in that mastermind because I feel like such a stronger email marketer because of it. And I feel more comfortable teaching email marketing. It's
And
something I'm
you,
passionate about because we know that the money is made in the repeat
yeah,
sales. It's made on the owned platforms, and the owned platforms are email marketing, SMS marketing, where you own your list.
I was
That
gonna
is where
say,
a lot of them.
I assume you also probably made friends, made connections there. I
Yep,
mean, that you still probably communicate with, that,
yep,
you've learned from, that you can continue to learn from. I mean, I know you've even talked on this podcast. How many times, have you referenced the gelato trip,
yeah,
going to Norway and all the people
yeah,
you met, just doing that, right?
yeah.
That we're still connected with, bringing them on the podcast, all kinds of different stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel so lucky to have surrounded myself with six and seven figure brand owners because we can have, knowledge share. Like
Mhm.
I can reach out to them at any time and be like, what's working for you right now? What's not working for you right now? And it's really, really powerful stuff because then we can share that with our community. And in terms of mentorship, our community, there's like we have three coaches in the six figure founder program. It's myself, Carrie, and Carlos, but there's so much mentorship happening amongst our students. Like we
Yes.
have a Voxer chat. It's essentially like a WhatsApp chat exclusively for six figure founder members. Every day there's people in there chatting. People are helping each other out. AI is being talked about right now. There's a lot of people are running Facebook ads. A lot of people are working on new designs for the fourth quarter. There's a lot of activity in there and people are so helpful in there. Like you just go in there and look and you can ask a question and you'll almost always get an answer. And a lot of times you're going to get answers from a lot of the community members. And like Carrie was saying, they're at different levels. Like some are much further ahead than others, but everyone just is willing to help. Like we believe that, a rising tide lifts all ships. And our goal is to give six figure founder members an unfair advantage, like equip them with everything they need to level up, to get their brand to the next level. And that's a really big one. And then a community, yes, it's very, very lonely. Like anyone who's doing this alone and does not have a community, how lonely it is. I was very lonely at one point in time. And I remember there was a period in time where I lost my community because I was part of a community with some friends. We all started together. We all scaled up our brands to six figures in a year, and they sold their businesses, and I was like the lone soldier, and it was so lonely. And I was like looking everywhere for a community, and I wish something like this existed. It did not. I joined a general e-commerce community. It was like a monthly membership. I'm glad I joined it. I learned a lot, but there weren't many print on demand sellers there. There weren't many t-shirt and apparel sellers there. So a lot of the connections, they were doing something totally different. And we created Six Figure Founder because it was something we wished existed
Yeah.
when we were starting out, and it did not. Like it did not exist. Nothing like we've created here. And we'll tell you more about it so you can see for yourself. But the last thing I just want to say, training tools and templates. I don't know about you all listening, but I am a huge checklist guy. Like I love checklists. Like give me a checklist, I'll go through, and I get like a dopamine dump every time I check off one of those boxes. It is such a fulfilling feeling. It feels so good. And so we create a lot of checklists for our community members. In our master classes, a lot of them end with a challenge, like a 30-day challenge. We just wrapped up a 30-day content challenge not too long ago. Currently, as we speak, we are doing a Q4 preparation challenge.
Let's go.
So we have, a lot of people are in it. Like a lot of people are in it every week just to add a layer of accountability. We check in with community members, see how they're doing, just fire them up. It's 1 week for the next 8 weeks that this challenge is ongoing. And a lot of members are just super excited, and this just keeps them really motivated and inspired. Like,
Mhm.
they say you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with most. And a lot of these people, they're in the chat every day talking with other members who are also really motivated and trying to get their businesses to the next level. So these are the people that we encourage you to surround yourself with if you want to have success and if you want to get your brand to the next level. These are very ambitious individuals who are betting on themselves and they're putting in the work. You don't just say I want this and then sit back and it happens.
Mhm.
There's what the law of attraction, which I really love and I'm a big believer in it. Like, attraction action is part of attraction. It's literally in the word. And it's so important that not only do we
That's good.
manifest these things, but like, action is required. And if you take action and you stay consistent and you truly believe that you are deserving of this, which you absolutely are, then you can have success. You can absolutely have success.
Adrian, I think we should, for the sake of time, we should probably skip down to a little bit about what's in the program. But I do want to stop for just a minute and let all of our listeners know, if you're listening right now and you are like, Carrie, Adrian, this is for me. Like, I'm ready to go. I don't need to hear any more. I'm ready to get into Six Figure Founder. I want to let you know that you can join right now. You can join right now. We are open when this podcast episode airs, which is on Friday. There
Mhm.
is about 4 more days left. So we're actually closing down the Six Figure Founder offer on Monday night, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. But you can join right now. So I want you to go over there, get signed up, get your spot. I'm going to give you the link right now. Now we're going to leave it down in the description as well. We'll also come back to it again at the end. In the
Mhm.
show notes, you can find it. But the link to join, it's the number six. So the actual like number, not the word six, the number six, figurefounder.com/join, JOIN. So the number six, figurefounder.com/join. This is the final time enrollment is open in 2023. It's the
Mhm.
third time we've opened in 2023. You said we've had a total of 18 days where the program has been open.
By the
So
end of this enrollment period, it'll have been 18 days of the entire year that
that's
we
crazy.
actually opened up enrollment.
So there will not be another opportunity to join the Six Figure Founder program until 2024. And if you join right now, you get to take advantage of the fourth quarter rush. You can
Mhm.
get going before fourth quarter, start implementing some of the strategies, making connections, hanging out with us, asking us
Mhm.
questions, so that you can have a huge fourth quarter. So the number six, figurefounder.com/join. Let's get back into the content.
Yeah, and just kind of going on the fourth quarter theme, last week we did a hot topic call on all about preparation for the fourth quarter. So if you are going to be joining now, you're going to automatically unlock that masterclass. You can go through there. There's a checklist, of course. There's a checklist in there, with ways that you can prepare and ways that you can take massive action to see more results in the fourth quarter. There's also a challenge going on. You'll be able to just jump right in and take advantage, or get involved in that challenge. And there's a whole lot more there. So we got really good feedback on that. People in the community are really fired up for the fourth quarter. It's here. It's time. Let's go. So let's talk about a little bit about Six Figure, because like, it is, like, I'm just going to say it, like, it's not a good fit for everybody. It's
True.
not a good, there's a lot of people that it's a terrible fit for, and we would not recommend joining. So let us be very crystal clear about what it is and who it's for. So, Carrie, did you want me just to kind of kick it off here?
Go ahead. Yeah. Hit us.
Okay. So, what is Six Figure Founder? Six Figure Founder is an advanced coaching program specifically for apparel and print on demand sellers to offer them training, coaching, accountability, and community that they need to take their brand to the next level. That's who it's for. So that alone just excludes a lot of people. And if you're unsure if this is for you, if you don't kind of match this criteria, reach out to us. Let us know what's up and ask if you'll be a good fit. And we're going to be really honest with you, because we had to tell some people that this is not a good fit for them,
Yep.
because we're not like, we don't want people in the program that this is not a good fit for. That does not reflect well on us. That does not help them. And that's what this program is for. So why did we create Six Figure Founder? First, we could not find a single advanced coaching program specifically for apparel and print on demand sellers. So we're, in a sense, scratching our own itch, so to speak. Like I said earlier, Carrie and I like wish this existed when we started. I honestly think I would have been successful even sooner. And
Mhm.
I would have been even more successful if something like this existed. It didn't. There was nothing like this that existed. That is one of the main reasons why we created it. We want to create something that can transform businesses that doesn't exist. This is for the people that are just really ambitious about getting to six figures in a 12-month time frame. Secondly, and this is kind of reiterating what I just said, we couldn't find a single program that consists of 3 apparel and print on demand coaches who are available 7 days per week to help their students. I don't know of any other program that offers that. I don't think it exists. So we were doing something a little different. Like Carrie and me, like we could be considered competitors. We always joke that we're like competitors that collaborated on a project, because we felt that we could serve more people at a higher level if we joined forces. We felt that we were more powerful together when it came to this, and could offer so much more value to our members. And Carlos too. Like we all have very different skill sets. Carrie is very rock solid with a lot of things like marketing, Facebook ads, like paid advertising, AI. Like you're the best AI person I know
Let's
when it
go.
comes. Yeah, when it comes to creating designs and mock-ups, you've got a lot of skill sets in like the product creation, sales, and marketing side. I also have kind of like a lot of the similar skills in that area, but I like to focus a lot on acquisition channels and retention channels. So acquisition channels, I really like to focus on social media growth, particularly Instagram and TikTok. We're actually going to be doing a TikTok masterclass this month
Let's
for
go.
Six Figure Founder members, which I'm going to be leading, and I can't wait. And then retention channels like email marketing. I'm really passionate about email marketing because I've seen how much it can transform a business. And I truly believe that it can be a big factor in taking your brand to the next level. So then you've got Carlos. He's like totally different.
Okay, I
Carlos,
gotta say this.
yeah.
Carlos could arguably be the most valuable coach in our program. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
totally.
Like Carlos is just he just offers so much and just continually offers, and it's pretty awesome. He brings a lot to the party.
He's such an unsung hero. Like he
Mhm.
flies under the radar. Carlos doesn't like to be in the spotlight. I don't think any of us like are trying to be in the spotlight. I
What do you
remember
mean?
like,
I do.
well,
I'm just kidding.
okay,
I'm just
maybe
kidding. I'm
Carrie.
just kidding.
I'm speaking for myself.
I'm
I
just
was
kidding.
terrified of being in front of camera before I started coaching. It took me like 4 years to build up the nerve to actually get in front of the camera and start teaching. And I just like was so like opposed to it, I guess. I was like, oh man, I'm awkward and I'm not myself when I'm in front of camera and stuff like that. But that's aside from the point. Like, none of us did this to be like, I don't know, public figures. I don't even like to use the word influencer or like celebrity or anything. I don't consider myself those things. I consider myself an educator. And I think, Carrie, you'd probably consider yourself an educator and a content creator. Those are what I consider myself. So, Carlos, he brings SEO, he brings like back end stuff, like, you
Taxes,
know,
business
taxes.
structure,
Yeah. Yeah. Starting like an LLC if
technical
you want to do that.
support.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Carlos is the back end guy. So like taxes and finances and yeah, like you said, having like kind of like the back end structure, DMCAs, like a lot of
Mhm.
like copyright stuff. Carlos is the guy that we usually send people to for that kind of stuff. But he does actually do paid advertising as well. So he's got that skill set. But SEO is another one that he's really passionate about and really good at. So we've got the three different coaches to serve you, and we all come with kind of different angles with different specialties. And then thirdly, we couldn't find a single program that gives people the much needed training support and access to multiple coaches with different strengths to accelerate the growth of their brand.
Mhm.
So those were really three big reasons why we created Six Figure Founder. We couldn't find a single advanced coaching program for apparel and print on demand sellers. We couldn't find a single program that offered three coaches. Most programs are beginner programs and they just offer one coach. And we have those, we have those too, but we couldn't find any advanced coaching program at all. And then we couldn't find any advanced coaching program that offered three coaches instead of one. It's literally a 3-for-1. And then we couldn't find a single program that gives the training support and access that we can offer because there's three of us. We have more bandwidth. It just comes down to bandwidth. If there was one person trying to do this, they would be stretched so thin. I could not do this by myself. No way, no way. And so I'm so happy that I'm on a team where we all work together to serve our members. This is a totally new program. We just launched it for the first time ever in March. We spent months planning on it, thinking, okay, how can we deliver as much value as possible to members of this program? And, because no advanced coaching program like this exists for apparel and print on demand owners, this is the program, like I keep saying, that we wish existed when we started seeing success in our businesses. I would have loved to be part of something like this, but it didn't exist. So we created something that we believe does not exist out there. And we all invested in training when we first started out, but it wasn't nearly as comprehensive. It was, for me, it was only ever one coach. There was never multiple coaches. It was only ever one coach. It was very pricey, and which was well worth it, by the way. No regrets there. 100% like well worth it. And then the training support was a fraction of what members get in our program. A fraction.
And that's
Carrie,
something
your
we
thoughts?
should hit on very quickly is the price. Um,
Mhm,
I have to say, this is like a fraction of what I've paid for coaching programs that did
mhm.
not include what we include. Like we're not even close. And so I want to be transparent with everybody, like about the pricing. It's $297 a month, or when you commit to a year, you actually get 2 months for free. So it's
Yeah.
2,970 per year if you pay for a year at a time. So it's like I've paid like 3 grand plus per month for coaching
Dude, I
programs.
paid more than this for a weekend.
Yeah,
No
it's
joke.
it's
Like
wild.
a weekend in Austin where
It's
we
wild.
just focused mainly on email marketing. I paid more than our program for an entire freaking year.
Yeah. It's
So, like,
it's our goal to over deliver. Like
yeah,
we want to over deliver on everything, and we want you to have more than enough support. We don't ever want you to feel like you don't know who to ask, what to do. Like we want to try to just offer you as much as we can in a structured way that gets you to your goal, clear
mhm.
path to your goal. Um,
Totally. And can I just jump in there for a sec? Aside from just offering 2 free months for the action takers who invest in themselves for the next 12 months, which really that is what this program is created for. It's a 12-month program. We're not saying you're going to get to six figures in 1 month, 3 months, or even 6 months, or even 9 months. We're saying give it 12 months, put in the work, use everything we've got, everything that we provide you, everything at your disposal. Like get the most of this program. And within 12 months, if you take massive action, if you stay consistent, and if you use all the resources that we provide you, especially the tried and tested proven roadmap, you can see six figures in 12 months. So that's really, we developed this as a 12-month program. And that is why we want to reward the people who are committing to themselves for the entire 12 months. We've even got other bonuses as well for those people because we really want to, that is where those people are going to see the most success. The people that stick with it for 12 months. I did not see success in the first 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. It took me 8 months to see success. And I think that's pretty early, actually. It took me 8 months. And I did another second business. I started another second business with my brother as a side hustle on top of my other business. And that took me 14 months. But I was fully committed for the long term. And that is one of the things that we really preach is think long term. This is not a get rich quick strategy. If you think this is a get rich quick strategy, you're in the wrong space. I don't know any get rich quick strategies. A lot of them, they do require work. It's a requirement and it requires consistency and a belief. So, Carrie, is there anything else you want to say about that?
No, I think we should just tell them like what's included. Like we just want to tell
Yeah,
you like what is actually included so you know exactly what to expect once you get inside Six Figure Founder.
let's
You want me
go.
to jump in?
Sure. Yeah, take it
Okay.
away.
So the first thing is our 24/7 live chat access with your coaches. So there's a
Mhm.
lot of programs out there. I just want to be clear. There's a lot of programs out there where, you know, you're not going to be talking to the person that runs the program. You know, in this
Mhm.
program, as it currently stands, now this could change at some point, but as it currently stands, we have 3 coaches, myself, Adrian, and Carlos, that you have a direct chat line with via
Mhm.
an app called Voxer where we are available. One of us is usually available pretty much at any time. Like we, one of us will get back to you pretty quickly. But you literally can like it's not a joke. We're on speed dial. You can chat with us, ask questions, communicate with us anytime that you want. Sure, if you message us in the middle of the night, we'll probably get back to you the next morning. But like it's literally just a one-on-one chat line. You can chat with all 3 of us
Mhm.
coaches, or you can message us individually through an app called Voxer. So that's the first thing that's included is 24/7 live chat access with us 3. Okay. Number 2 is we have a one Q&A call per month where we take your questions on a Zoom call. You can ask us as many questions you want, but that way we can give you like face-to-face feedback on Zoom. The next thing we
Mhm.
have is we every month we have a live hot topic training
Mhm.
where we are a master class where we actually teach on a subject each month. Right. So
Right.
one session per month, we teach on something like marketing, designs. I mean, it could be a number of things. You want to jump in?
Can I hop in there for a sec? Yeah. So just so we have the master classes, which are monthly, and then we also do a quarterly hot topic call. So
Yeah.
it's usually on something that's really relevant. Like last week, we just did a quarterly hot topic call slash master class all about the fourth quarter because we want our students to be over prepared and we want them to be kicking back and relaxing when Black Friday and Cyber Monday actually come. We want it all planned out. We want them to have all that stuff, all that automation and infrastructure set up so that they can be getting sales like that they planned a month in advance or even
Mhm.
more.
We also have so the next thing we have is we have an actual hot seat coaching call per month. So this is a really cool thing where you can sign up for a coaching slot and you can get direct like face to face coaching with us over Zoom in that hot seat slot. So essentially, there's 3 calls per month. These happen every Wednesday or on
Mhm.
3 Wednesdays, the first 3 Wednesdays of the month. One is a Q&A call. One is a training call, masterclass call, and one
Mhm.
is actual hot seat coaching. Anything else you want to say about that before we keep going?
Yeah, anyone who joined us on the 2-day workshop, they got to experience hot seats. People really
Yeah,
like them. They're kind of like a fan favorite. We really love doing them.
they're awesome.
Members give awesome feedback throughout. It's like everyone's contributing. It's just a lot of value. And people who apply for the hot seats that we do the hot seats on, a lot of times they're just really grateful and they're getting a ton of great feedback from not just us but also the community. It's a ton of fun.
And I like to put it this way, you know, the Voxer chat is like that in the moment, real time questions and feedback that you're like, I need help with this right now. And it's a
Mhm.
quick thing that we can really help you with. The hot
Mhm.
seat call gives us an opportunity to go deeper with you on a subject that you're needing some more deeper coaching on,
Yeah.
essentially. You need a more extended time. You need it to be more hands-on. You might need to share screen. I mean, there's different things that we can do in the hot seat call that we won't be able to do over Voxer. So that's kind of the big value in those calls. The next one is crazy. The next thing you get in Six Figure Founder is we actually do weekly website reviews, ad reviews, social media, and design reviews. So if you put up some new designs, or this is the most common one, you launch a new set of ads like Facebook, Instagram ads, and you want our eyes on them. You actually want us to
Mhm.
look at them. We do that every week, and you can take advantage of that every week. You can also submit your results from your ads, and we'll actually look over the results and tell you what you need to tweak and change for the next round of advertising. You can also do this with your website. If you want us to review your website, tell you what you need to change on your website, your social media. We look at social media
Mhm.
accounts every week. This is like
Mhm.
crazy because you can submit these reviews every single week. And we kind of sometimes we call it an audit because we can really go through
Mhm.
there and audit each thing that you submit and tell you what's good, what's bad, what you need to change, and how to improve.
Yeah, I personally think that's one of the biggest value adds of this entire program. There's a lot of things that I believe are really, really big value adds, but this is huge because it's unlimited. Literally, if you wanted every week, you could submit for a review on one of these areas, and you have Carlos, myself, and Carrie's undivided attention. So essentially, you complete the submittal form. Then Carrie, Carlos, and I, every Wednesday, we get together. We pull up the website or the social media or the designs or the ads, and we give our feedback. We record it. And then, usually within 24 hours, that's available to all of our members. And so, even people that didn't request one, they can go in and they can review other people's submittals to get ideas and to see what we're saying about their ads and what we're saying about their designs and their social media. So, it can be really helpful. A lot of people go in and every week they'll watch all of the reviews, even if they didn't submit for a review themselves. So this is something that I've actually never heard of before. I don't know a single program that does anything like this, even once, let alone every single week for our members. And again, I just wish this existed when I started out.
I
So
agree.
carry on, Gary.
It's a program I always wish I had. The last thing I want to talk about, which is arguably one of the biggest things of the program, and then I'm gonna let you take it from there on anything else you want
Sure.
to cover. But it's actually when you become a six figure founder member, you get access to our six figure growth system. This is something very unique. You get access to our success path roadmap, which actually gives you the steps to get to six figures over 12 months, the exact roadmap to get there, and that's tied to a content within a course members area that actually gives you the how to on each of those things. For instance,
Mhm.
one of the steps of the roadmap might say you need to build out your email marketing,
Mhm.
your automated sequences, and your pop up, right? And it has a link in the roadmap directly to that course content, which has the how to step by step in a video, video course style, to be able to complete that. So this is actually the core content of Six Figure Founder. Like, how do you actually get to six figures in 12 months? It's through the
Mhm.
six figure growth system, which is comprised
Mhm.
of the roadmap tied to the content supporting each step in the roadmap. So I wanted to mention that because that's a huge piece of the six figure success formula.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
huge. It's the foundation. It is the
Yep.
foundation that this entire program is built upon. And that alone can be a total game changer for your business. Go ahead,
I
Gary.
just want to say, I know, I just want to say this is like, it's super cool to get all the other stuff of like chatting and all this stuff. But like, if you don't know how to get to where you're going, it's just mindless content, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's just like, you're just giving me a bunch of content if I don't know how to apply it to where I'm going. And the
Yeah.
six figure growth system with the roadmap and the core content, that's literally how you get to the six figures in the 12 months. And the other
Yep.
tools like the chat and the calls, those are there to support you and help you as you face roadblocks, you run into some of those issues along the way. Those are there to help you overcome those.
Totally. Totally. And these things that Carrie just mentioned, these are what separates Six Figure Founder from any other program out there. Like, I challenge anyone listening to this to try to find any other program out there, even like this, for print on demand and apparel brands. Anyone that uh, offers this much value for this little of an investment. It doesn't exist. I can tell you right now, it doesn't exist. Nothing like this exists. That's why we created this program, because we literally couldn't find anything that existed. So I just want to kind of like take a step back real quick before we talk about who this is for, because like this isn't for everyone, and we don't want everyone to join this program. We want the right people to join this program, the people that actually think this is a fit for them, and the people that believe that they are capable of this and that they can transform their business and their life in the next 12 months. But really, everything comes back to our mission. the mission of Six Figure Founder, which I don't think we've mentioned yet. We've mentioned it on other episodes, but I don't think we mentioned in this episode. Everything comes back to the mission, and that is to help 500 impact driven clothing and apparel brand owners hit six figures or more in their first 12 months. That is the goal of this program. So I just want to kind of rewind a
Yes.
sec and share that. Now, next, I just want to quickly kind of expand on who this program is for, because I keep saying it's not for everyone. So if you're like, well, is it for me? Let us share and tell you who it's for. We don't want to feel like we're trying to sell every single person on this. There's only a certain type of person that this is actually a good fit for, and we only want those people to join the program, because if you're not going to get any value of it, if it's not a good fit, we will be very upfront and transparent about that with you, because we care about you guys. Like, we appreciate the time that you guys listen to us. We appreciate everything you do, leaving us reviews, all this stuff. We really value and respect you guys, and we're not trying to pitch this as like a program for everybody that everybody should join. No, it's not like that. So let me just say who it's for. So it is for apparel brand owners who have an active Shopify store and who are ideally already making some sales and looking for more access to training, coaching, and a driven community to elevate their business over the next 12 months.
Mm.
That is really like our ideal audience for this program. You're going to be the best fit if you fall into those criteria. We're not saying you have to have six figures. You don't have to have close to six figures. But if you have your niche rock solid, if you have a Shopify store up and active and you've made some sales, you're probably a good fit for this program if you are in the apparel and print on demand space.
You're growth minded. You're ready to take action.
Yeah.
And you're impact driven.
Yes,
Good.
that's huge. Huge. We're really big on creating impact driven brands, because we believe that that's one of the quickest and most powerful ways to get to six figures. Impact driven brands, that alone is a very big differentiator for them, and that's going to separate them from a lot of their competitors. So we really believe in creating impact driven brands. Growth minded individuals, being a motivated business owner who believes that success is possible for them and are willing to put in the work to accelerate their success. This is huge. Like, one thing that we talk about in the workshop is mindset. It's so important. It's literally one of the foundational pillars that we teach is mindset. You have to believe that this is possible for you. If you don't believe that this is possible for you, then this isn't a good fit, because belief is the first thing you should have. Everything starts with belief. So you have to first believe that you are capable and worthy and deserving of these results. And I can tell you you are, but it's not good enough for me to tell you you are, because I am not you. You have to personally believe that you're worthy and capable. And a lot of people struggle with this, and it really saddens me, because I just want to tell you you're worthy and you're capable. I'm very passionate and emotional about this, because I struggled with self-limiting beliefs for a long time, and I let it cripple me. A lot of my original businesses were failures before I got into this. I was by no means an overnight success. I had tried multiple businesses and failed a lot before I found print on demand. And I cannot hammer it home enough. Like you need to believe in yourself, and you need to take the time to figure out ways to believe in yourself. That is a requirement. Purpose-driven sellers who want to transform their brand to create a better life for themselves and their family, not just individuals who are looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. And another thing that I cannot stress enough is, if you are just in this for the money, if that's all you care about, this is not a good fit. I'm just going to be really upfront about that. It's not a good fit. Here's why. Because the people that are only in this for the money, they're the first to quit. They are the first to freaking quit. 1 month in, 2 months in, 3 months in, they don't see results just like everybody else. I don't know anyone who's seen results that quick. Even the biggest brand owners I know didn't see results that quick. But a lot of people set this unrealistic expectation for themselves, like, I'm going to give this 90 days and see where it goes. This is not a good fit for you if you were that
Yeah.
person. And you need to, it needs to be more about the money. It needs to be more than just about the money for you. You need a really strong why. You need a purpose for this. Like, if you talk to our members, they've got powerful whys driving them. Some of them are trying to retire their partners. Some of them are trying to just unlock more freedom and flexibility. Some are trying to create generational wealth for their
Yeah.
families. Like, these are the people that are going to be the most successful because they will make it happen no matter what. They're not going to give up on themselves. So having a strong why is a requirement for this program. It's not a get rich quick scheme. And if you're in it just for the money, it's not a good fit. Just want to like put that out there.
Adrian, I want to wrap up this episode doing two
Yeah,
things. I want to
yeah.
share just a couple of things that our Six Figure Founder students have been saying about the program, just to kind of hear from them a little bit. And then I want to end it off just by giving kind of the final information that you might need to get joined. As we mentioned before, Six Figure Founder is open for just a couple more days at the time of releasing this. If you're listening to this after like October, 15th or something,
What is the date? I'll find that date. One
Six
sec.
Figure Founder is not open. So
Right.
it's open right now when this
The ninth.
releases, October
After the
9th.
ninth, it's not open for the rest of the
Yeah.
year. And
If
we
you're
don't know
listening
when
to it
it's going to
after the
open next
9th,
year.
yeah. It might be open if you're listening in like 2024 sometime. But
Right.
but anyways, just a few really quick things that we've heard from our students over the last 6 months. I want to read this one. It says, I love that you guys aren't lip service. You deliver on what you're offering. It speaks volumes. I know
Man,
that one
that is
hits me
powerful.
because it's like, that's my goal. Like, I want to over deliver, right? I don't want to just be lip
Mhm.
service. Um, this one I love. I just sold 20 shirts in the first weekend after signing up. Let's
Let's go, baby.
go. Let's
I
go. I
love
love it.
that.
That one's super good. And then I wanted to share this last one. I think this last one we'll share. It says, I joined Six Figure Founder. It's taken my business to a whole new level. I've been learning things that are crucial to growing the business, and I added $1,000 in just the first 2 weeks. That's amazing. So awesome.
Yes.
The coaches are very accessible and bring a wealth of knowledge, and they are just all around great guys. No question is too small. I have peace of mind knowing that I am working with the best in the business, and I have no doubt that I will succeed by following their guidance. Our team's group dynamic is very positive, and it's great to be able to hop in the chat at any time, ask a question about any aspect of my business. Sharing our experiences is making all of us better, and the support is amazing. I highly recommend Six Figure Founder to anyone who is serious about taking their apparel business to six figures and beyond. So
Oh, that was so good.
I
I
know,
love
so
our
good,
members so much. Like, I
so good.
genuinely care about our members so much. And I'm so grateful that they take time to share this, because we can talk all day about our program and how great it is, but hear it from our members. Like, let's let them do the talking. And it's just, we've been blessed. We've been truly blessed with an amazing community. And I love in that last one, they said the word team. They specifically said the word team. And I really, really like that, because
I love that.
honestly, it's like a family.
It
It's
is.
like a family. Like, I feel like this is our team. Like, everybody wants everyone to succeed. It is not a competitive space. It is a positive, supportive space. And
Mhm.
everybody just wants the best for everybody. A rising tide lifts all ships. When people are seeing success, it inspires and it motivates everyone to go. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're struggling with self-limiting beliefs that day. But then to hear someone say, "I just hit $5,000 in sales, and I started my brand
Boom.
in April," which one of our members, that's them. Like, that gets people really freaking fired up.
Yeah.
And this is what it's all about. This is way bigger than just us. It's way bigger than just us. We are trying to transform lives by creating this curated community of ambitious people that we can surround ourselves. So nobody's lonely. Nobody ever feels stuck. Nobody ever is unclear on the path to profitability. Like, we got you guys, and the community has got you guys. And it is all love. It is all love and good vibes in there. So I don't really have anything to say about this. I just love talking about it. We're clearly very passionate about this. Carrie, did you have anything else in closing this out?
Yeah, I want to wrap it up by just giving everybody the kind of the information to get started, and I also want to
Yeah.
mention the refund policy, so everybody's clear on that.
Hmm.
The money back guarantee that we have. So first of all, everything you get with Six Figure Founder, it's open right now. We want you to go join. Everything you get, you're going to get the Six Figure Growth System. Okay, that's the roadmap along with the core content to get to six figures in 12 months, a clear path to six figures. You're going to get
Hmm.
the 24/7 direct chat line with your three coaches and the community. You can chat with us one-on-one. You can chat with the group. You're going to get access to that. You're going to get 3 group coaching calls per month. One is a Q&A, one is a hot seat coaching, and one is a masterclass training call. You're going to get access to all of those. You're also going to get unlimited website, store, ads, marketing reviews. You can do those each week. What am I missing? Is that everything?
Every week they can do that. Yeah, no, I think that's everything.
And then there's also some bonuses when you go to the sign up page. I would encourage everybody listening to at least just go pull up the sign up page so you can see everything that's included on there, because we do have some special bonuses. There's going to be a few other bonuses on that page that you'll see there. You can get started for $297 per month. You can cancel that anytime. That's a membership that, if you wanted to cancel, you could at any time. We encourage you to commit for 12 months, but
Hmm.
it's $297 per month, or you can commit to a year and you can save. You can get 2 months for free. It's $2,970 per year when you pay for a year at a time. You save 2 months, and there's a huge bonus on that page. So you need to go to the sign up page to see the bonus. If we sell too many of those, we're gonna have to take it down. So I don't want to say what it is because it's limited. Like
Yes.
yeah, we can't do hundreds
Limited by
of this bonus.
bandwidth. Let's just put it
Yeah.
that way. Limited by
So when
bandwidth.
you're listening to this, it could already be expired, but I encourage you to go to the sign up page, look at that special bonus. When you do yearly, when you commit to a year, that's how you get that special bonus. So you definitely want to go check that out. Lastly is our money back guarantee. So we do 30 days, no questions asked. If you want to get in the program and you want to try it out for 30 days and you want to take advantage of all the tools and all the resources and you want to see what it's like, you want to test us coaches, you can do that with no risk. We do not, there's no gimmicks. They're like,
Hmm.
we literally would just refund your money within the first 30 days if you feel like it's not a good fit or whatever the reason may be. So we're not doing any gimmicks with this. Some courses, some coaching programs, lots of gimmicks in the refund policy. We straight up will just refund your money for any reason within that 30 days. Lastly, just so you have the link, it is going to be in the show notes, but I'm also just going to tell you one more time. It's the number 6 figurefounder.com/join. You can go over there right now. The number 6 figurefounder.com/join. If you listen to this episode and it's pulling on you a little bit, because I've felt that pull so many times. You hear the call, you hear that call to build a brand that makes impacts yourself, your family, and others. If you feel that call, if you feel that tug, you need to go over there. You need to check it out. We would love to have you inside Six Figure Founder. We're pumped.
Yeah. That was so well said. And I cannot wait to meet all of our new members. Guys, you have to experience this. It is such an incredible community. I just can't say enough. I'm not going to say anymore because I just love our community. I love everybody. I love you listeners. But like this Six Figure Founder community is magic. It is magic. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you get in there. So with that, let's wrap it up for this one. This was so much fun. The first time we've truly lifted the lid on Six Figure Founder. We're not going to be doing many episodes where we talk a lot about Six Figure Founder. But this was one that we just wanted to give anyone an opportunity listening within the time frame before Monday, October 9th at like 11:59 p.m., I think is when it expires.
Mhm.
We just want to give anyone one last opportunity to join for the year. You will unlock the Q4 preparation masterclass. We're doing TikTok training this month. There is so much gold in there, and we just can't wait to meet you guys. So with that, we will sign off. Have an amazing weekend, everyone, or a week if you're listening during the week. You guys are awesome. Take care. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Print on Demand Playbook podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us an honest review on whichever platform you are listening from. Thank you so much in advance. You're awesome, and we will talk to you very soon.